What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we just came back from our trip. In the past 2 weeks, I've mentioned that I was away, so we had a bunch of pre-recorded videos. We went from Taiwan. We went to Taiwan, visited my parents, came back, or not came back, and then went to Japan, and then came back home. But upon coming home, though, we came back to a snowstorm. So here's a quick footage of Daisy just walking in the snow for the first time. I live in the Atlanta, Georgia area, so we get snow like this type of snow maybe every 4 years, roughly. Um, that's just her walking around, having fun for the first time. She almost never ever sees snow, so that was kind of a fun experience for her. But anyways, um, I hope y'all did enjoy the last 2 weeks. I know I did. Hope y'all had a happy Christmas, happy New Year, happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you may celebrate. Um, but yeah, right now we're gonna go through like a little kind of PowerPoint, like a slideshow type scenario, vlogging situation of our journey. So here comes our next clip. So that's me with all the luggage going into Taiwan. We just landed on Christmas Day, actually, which was kind of crazy. My parents kept telling us that pack warm, it's going to be cold. Um, we get there and it is 70 something degrees Fahrenheit. They're not used to the cold anymore, I think, which is the reason why. But, anyways, suitcases full of stuff. Whenever Asians go to their country to visit, they always bring relatives gifts. We bought a lot of gifts with us. Um, Second day, we drove all the way up to Taipei. So we got to see Taipei 101. Right by Taipei 101 is where we went to our first Pokemon Center, which is Pokemon Center Taipei. They were actually celebrating their first anniversary as well. So their mascot is actually the Dragonite. Each Pokemon Center has their own mascot. And for Pokemon Center Taipei, it is going to be Dragonite, along with Teddiursa and Jigglypuff and Pikachu for some reason. But pretty fun. It was a bit crowded, so I didn't take any videos of myself while I was there, or videos of the store as well. I tried to, but then just too many people, so it was kind of difficult to do so. But I did take a picture of myself, or I had my wife take a picture of myself in front of the Pokemon Center Taipei banner. And then here's another picture of Taipei 101 during the night. Uh, Next up, we went to a night market. So, Taiwan, China, Hong Kong, actually most of Southeast Asia, you would want to go to these night markets just for food. There's games, food. Um, Sometimes they sell like random little trinkets that you could find at night, which is pretty unique. They usually don't open until at least 6 p.m. though, so if you go earlier in the day, it's gonna be dead. Um, and we found a lot of food there. The next day, we did go bike riding, so like we got a quadcycle, I think that's what it's called, and my sister and her boyfriend, my sister Cindy and Jose, her boyfriend, um, got electric bikes. Um, this itself is an electric bike as well, so we were having a lot of fun. We were just riding along, and then right afterwards, we went to this village in the mountains. So this is where we were cracking open bamboo, and they put sticky rice in there. So it's very hot as well. That's why I was shaking my hand there. But after you crack it open, you get the sticky rice out of it and eat it out of it, which is pretty cool. Pretty fun experience. The more I did it, the more used to it I got. The last one I did, I actually cracked it in one shot, which was pretty funny. Next up, we went to another night market right after. This was actually in Hualien, where in Taiwan they were having these earthquakes this whole past year. Um, and this was the city that was affected the most. A few days after we left, actually, they had another earthquake, which was kind of insane due to timing reason. Like we actually made it. Actually, they had it on New Year's Eve day. They had another earthquake New Year's Eve day, so they were celebrating, but then had an earthquake during that same day, which is kind of insane. This was about 2 days after we left as well, so kind of crazy. Um, and then like I mentioned, there's mini games that you can play, like shoot the balloon. There's also darts games. It was like pretty fun. Me and my brother-in-law were just having a little competition there to see who had better aim with 30 bullets that we got. And then here's a collage of all the food that we got at the Hualien night market. It's like all of this is mostly Taiwanese food. There are like some exceptions where they might like the stinky tofu that we are about to see here. Not this picture, but the next one. This one right here. Every district does it differently. So if you go to China, like let's say the Beijing area, it's gonna look different than the one that you see in Taiwan versus the one that you see maybe in Guangzhou or somewhere else. So everywhere they do it differently, but the taste is also going to be different. Look is also going to be different. So depending on where you go, you might see similar food, but they are going to be slightly different. And excuse me, I did get a bit sick while we were there. So I apologize if I keep coughing. Alright, next up was my first motorcycle experience. Me on a motor scooter, not a motorcycle, but first motor scooter experience. Parents did not trust me at first, thinking that I would not be okay on it, but we've rode motorbikes before, so it just we just needed to get used to the weight of the bike, the scooter itself. Once I got used to it, it was a little more easier. The braking part was a bit difficult as well at first, not gonna lie. But with a little bit of time, it really was easy. It was like riding a bike. Next up, we actually visited my grandparents' place on my mom's side. They actually sold their house that was there. They used to live right next to a beach. Sad to see it go. I went there when I was like 5 years old. This is a picture of my whole family. But yeah, really sad to see it go. But anyways, moving along. This is us getting off a ferry boat where we can ride our bikes onto it and then cross the ferry in Kaohsiung. It was a very unique experience. Very narrow. This was first few days of riding the bike. I think this was actually the last day we were there as well that we did this. So we drove from one side of Kaohsiung to the other side through a tunnel to get to my grandparents' place. So it's pretty unique. And then 2 days later, New Year's Day, we actually left my parents, went to Japan. And then here we are 2 days later at Universal Studios, where we got to see Super Mario World, I believe it's called. And in Universal Studio, this is what it looks like. Pretty cool. And then outside of Super Nintendo World, I'm sorry. But Super Nintendo World, this is just us. We didn't understand the person taking the video. She was only speaking in Japanese. So we were just like, when are we supposed to come out? So we kept popping our heads, except my sister, who ended up popping her head out late. We also did get to experience the new Donkey Kong ride. Not supposed to take a selfie here, but I took it anyways. Um, so just be careful. We also did get to see the Demon Slayer restaurant that they had at Universal and got to ride on it 4 days prior to closing. January 5th was the last day you could see it. But this is in the Demon Slayer restaurant, as well as the puppet doll that the Demon Slayers used to train against, especially the Hashira. Um, so it was a pretty cool experience. We also got some souvenirs from there as well. So not too bad. Next up, we went to, this is Sensoji, Sensoji, or I believe it's Sensoji. Give me one moment. Sorry, not Sensoji. Sensoji is actually in Tokyo. We went to Katsuoji Temple in Osaka, which is north of Osaka. You had to take a train and then a bus to get there. Pretty cool experience where they had darumas everywhere. These little red things, aka like what darumaka is essentially. These were pretty much everywhere. People would make wishes or goals with these, write their goals on it, color in one eye, the right eye, or whichever you're facing. It's left eye when you're facing it, or when you're facing it on the left side. When you're not facing it, it's actual right eye is what you fill in, and then afterwards, after the wish was granted or the goal is completed, you would come back, color in the other eye, place it somewhere, saying that the goal or wish has been completed. That was a picture of my wife. This is a picture of my wife holding this branch made out of bamboo. And on it are a few charms. As you're like walking throughout the place, you get, at the beginning, you get a free bamboo stick with one charm on it already, warding off the evil spirits. The next few charms, as you're walking up, you get to see charms, stalls of it, and then your best bet is actually using Google Translate. My wife, she can read Chinese, and a lot of Japanese characters are very similar to Chinese characters, so she was able to read some of the characters and translate some of it on her own. I was able to translate some of it as needed. And then as you get charms, they tie it onto your bamboo stick, and then you give them $1,000 for the charm. $1,000 yen, which is pretty unique. You get to bring all of this home with you though. So each charm has different representations. Some is for good fortune, some is for good health, some is so that you can get home safely. So just depending on which one you want, you go to them, they tie it on your stick, and then you just take it with you and walk around. Afterwards, we went back to Osaka, went to Pokemon Center Osaka. This Pokemon Center was super crowded. They had time slots for this particular Pokemon Center. This was the only Pokemon Center I went to that had time slots to get in, which was kind of insane. Granted, it was a Friday, but nonetheless, they still had time slots in there. This one is right on top of Umeda Station in Osaka, so it was like one of their busier spots. There was a takoyaki spot that we went to down there as well, called Hanatako. I didn't get to take a picture of the stall because they don't want us to do so, but right outside Umeda Station on the first floor, across from the building of Pokemon Center, you will see it there. It's kind of like hidden along with other restaurants in an alleyway, but it's the first one, and then you'll see like a line outside of there. and then there's like a concierge or someone that's just guiding you onto the line. And then like if you're for takeout, they give you a takeout slip, and then as soon as it's your turn, they pull you out of that line immediately, because most of that line is for people that want to dine there, and they only have like 7 spots open. Unfortunately, it was just me walking around there. Everyone else left me, so I took the best video I could with a million things in my hand. Not fun. Did not find any of the EV set. Unfortunately, while I was there, they were all sold out already. It was kind of disappointing that I couldn't find any Terrestrial Festival there. I did find the EV box, like the dice box that you can find. No mats, no sleeves. You can find the EV deck box though. That's like plushie version. Didn't want to get that because I felt like it would get dirty easily. Next up is I played Pokemon Go for the first time there, and during my first time, I actually ended up getting the Rayquaza encounter and capturing it with luck. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. This is my one of my first 2 Mesostar tokens, or tags, whatever you want to call it. I am definitely keeping this one. Sentimental value, in my opinion. Alright, next up, we went to Pokemon Center Tokyo DX, where Sleeping Piplup plushie, my whole family was there with me. This time around, you have all the legendary birds here, and etc. This store was actually bigger than the Osaka one, in my opinion, just because there's a Pokemon Center cafe next to it. So it's pretty cool. Surprised that there wasn't more people here though than the other location, but anywho. Computer froze. Bear with me. Alright, we are back with after technical difficulties. But anyways, surprising that there wasn't that many people here as opposed to the Pokemon Center Osaka. But it was kind of weird seeing that happen. But anyways, moving along. Pokemon Center Cafe is right there. I was trying to get tickets for this specific location. Unfortunately, they were sold out like by the time I realized it was time. So we were a bit late. But here's a quick look at their exclusives. Like, I'm going to walk, as I walk in, you get the plushies, keychains as well. There's the waiter, waitress one, and then the chef black coat ones. And then here we see teapots, cups, mugs, plates, Sinistra teapot, Sinistee teapots. There's also I don't think I ever actually saw it, but there should have been also Poltergeist or Poltergeist cups as well, mugs. Pretty unique, honestly. Loved everything there. Fortunately, did not buy any of it just because we weren't sure if we had enough luggage space at the time. And we were moving from city to city every 2 days. So we were in Osaka for 2 days, Kyoto for another 2, and then Tokyo for the rest of the trip. So we didn't want to bring too much to Tokyo. So we chose not to buy too much as well. But moving along, and it glitches on me again. Sound. Anyways, y'all probably don't want to hear that. Here is the Pokemon Cafe wall. It's a fan art that they got. Pretty unique. Pretty cool. There might be more coming just because there's still a new location. But this is their Pokemon Center DX, Osaka DX slash Pokemon Cafe. Only the DX locations have the Pokemon Cafe. So there is also one in Tokyo, which we will see later. And then we moved on to Downtown-berry. Got more takoyaki. You see the Running Man there. Unfortunately, we couldn't find that spot that was mentioned on TikTok where you can go upstairs and then actually take a picture of yourself on the track with the Running Man. Just because we got there pretty late. So a lot of the stuff were closed. A lot of the stores, malls, they were closed already at that time. Next up was the Mega Don Quixote with the Ferris wheel attached to it. Pretty impressive. We didn't go in. We didn't take a ride on it just because we were going to leave for Kyoto that night. So we didn't want to stay too long. Didn't want to miss that last train there. And then here's a look at one of the streets of Downtown-bori. It's a pretty cool spot. So much to see. There's like so many food places as well. And then here you see the stalls. This one was pretty good as well. Not as good as the one in Umeda Station, but still pretty good. Very hot as well. They gave a lot of octopus in the ball in each one of them, so that was actually worth more money to me, like more worth the money that we pay for. So not bad. Next is melon bread. Melon bread is basically bread with ice cream in the middle. That's pretty cool. We got that cherry blossom. My sister got vanilla. And then the next day, my wife and I went to Fushimi Inari Taisha, which is the place in Kyoto with a million gates there. So we went there by ourselves, let my sister and brother-in-law just sleep in a bit, so that we can, because they've already been there. This is their second time to Japan. They've been to Kyoto, Osaka already, so they were just hanging out with us pretty much. So we went there, took pictures. We tried getting there earlier, but couldn't wake up in time. Just because while in Japan, we've only been sleeping for maybe 4 hours at most every night. Not really great or ideal. And then here, finally got a area where my wife could just walk. I could take a video of her or pictures. She was happy about it as well. And then the next thing, I'm skipping a lot of the food stuff, by the way, but the next thing we did was we rented kimonos and can't remember the male version of this now, but we rented kimonos and walked up towards Kiyomizu Dera Temple, which we will see in the next photo now, which is like right behind this gate here. Pretty small temple, not too big. It was just a little hard to climb up the stairs just because we had we were wrapped around with the kimonos, so we had the easiest way is just lift it up a bit. Next up, we went to Pokemon Center Kyoto, where kimonos and the male version is the most popular thing. And we found the mascot Ho-Oh for this location. So not too bad. This was the first Pokemon Center that we found exclusives at. Also, the first two in Osaka, there were no exclusives whatsoever. I kind of regret not buying an exclusive keychain from here, but maybe next time. Next up, the next day we went to Nara Park. So here, you get to feed deer, you bow, and then, like, that's why you see them keep bowing at you. Like, they know that they're gonna get food that way. And then, but the only downside is you don't want to be like my wife and get surrounded by them. Otherwise, you're gonna have a fun time getting rumped in the butt. So, don't get surrounded by deers. Alright, and then we got to go to that mochi place in Nara. It's called Naka Ten Nido, where we saw them making the mochi. I'm actually going to turn the sound on now in a moment, just so that y'all can hear it. Let me pause this, turn the sound on. Can't hear the sound. Alright, hopefully now y'all can hear the sound. It's kind of amazing that they're all in sync doing this, just because they're not hitting each other with this as well. So it's pretty amazing. That then the show ended, and then they just asked us to try and buy some of their mochi. But pretty cool experience nonetheless. And then we move on. We go back to Kyoto for the Nintendo Museum. So in the Nintendo Museum, you actually get to play games. I'll show you all the past later, but you get to play fun games. There's a bunch of pretty cool games. This was actually the funnest one, where you're actually shooting at things. It's like a gun game that you can play. You can actually hit multiple targets. You get two different guns. You can either use a RPG or a pistol. RPG is like a button trigger that you just press while it's laying on your shoulder, kind of, and then you get a scope with it as well. The scope makes it harder to aim though, so don't really recommend it, but if you do use it, just aim as best as you can with the scope. And you get 10 tokens in all. So the tokens are associated with the passes that we get, so we got one for each person with our names on it and the time slot that we got. So pretty cool, where we got to go use up 10 tokens. This gun game costs 4 tokens. We actually went and played it twice. Right after that, we went to play the giant controller games, which is like this one, where it is the Wii pad. And you're just balancing the board so that you can get the ball in, get points via this. My sister and her and my brother-in-law, they were in perfect sync, working together to get all those, as many points as they could. Pretty cool. And then this is me and my wife. We were playing the giant Super Nintendo Mario Kart game. We ended up getting first just because I had her use the star power to blow us to the front while I was controlling the direction. She was surprised because she didn't know we were in first place the whole time. But when we had the star power, I told her to just use it. That way I blew straight through everything, ignoring all obstacles and also the sand. So it was pretty fun. Right outside of the Nintendo Museum, though, is this sewer gate with Pikachu and Nintendo on it, which was insane because I didn't expect it to be there. No one did. There is a map of where to find all these sewer gates somewhere on the internet. I cannot find it anymore. Otherwise, I would have wanted to take more pictures of these while I was there. But because I couldn't find that, this is the one and only one we found. Unfortunately, I didn't get much footage from the Nintendo Museum, just because the exhibit prohibits the use of phone cameras or photography in any way. So we couldn't really take any pictures of the exhibits, but we could take videos of ourselves playing the games, which was pretty nice. The next day we got to Tokyo. So the first thing we did was actually go to Ginza and Chuo Ward. So we went to Ginza, we shopped around there, then moved on up towards Tokyo Pokemon Center Tokyo DX, where we found our Snorlax mascot. Pretty cool. Here we have the Ninja and Kabuki Pikachu, which my sister got me 2 years ago, along with the Pikachu with the pink afro. It was raining that day though, so hence why I'm putting away an umbrella right now. But pretty cool. Not many exclusives. Again, no exclusives in this particular shop, but still pretty cool. Like a fun experience just to see each and every Pokemon Center and how different they are from one another. The cool thing though is the day we got there, they actually just released these items here, which was those were post-it notes, I believe. But anyways, here is us just getting the souvenir coins. There is one at almost every location except the Pokemon Center in Shibuya. So I didn't get to record every single one of these of us getting the coins, but at most of the locations they do have one of these. So here is the fourth one we got, which was the Snorlax. And then we actually didn't reserve this, but they had extra spots at the Pokemon Cafe. So we got in. And then this is actually where we got to try out different things from the Pokemon Center. When we went in, Pikachu was actually performing already. So here's like a snippet of they were doing "If You're Happy and You Know It, Clap Your Hand." This is actually when Pikachu was actually leaving. It's like thank you for the show situation. But moving along, this is what my brother-in-law got. He got the Snorlax food set, which came with chicken, potatoes, and a Snorlax rice bowl. Oh no, my sister got this one actually. And it's gonna close out again. Alright, Snorlax rice bowl. Next up was the Pikachu and Friend featuring Charmander curry bowl. This is actually what my brother-in-law got. So curry bowl here. Me and my wife sat across from them, and we just decided to each get a drink instead. If you go in, you do have to at least order one item per person. And it doesn't have to be food. It could be either a drink or a dessert, whichever you pick. Like at least one item per person is what they asked us to do. So then I got this Gengar Hypnosis smoothie, I believe it's called. It has like a ice cube that lights up, or I'm sorry, Gengar Confused Ray Smoothie. I think that was what it's called. And then here's that Fuecoco statue like sitting right in front of me. And then next up, my wife, she got the Sinus tea, fruit tea. So it comes with like a Pikachu biscuit, and then this is actually apple syrup, which we were supposed to probably add into the pot prior to us pouring it. We didn't pay attention though. So here is my wife just pouring the tea out using Boomerang from Instagram. So this is that Sinus teapot with a Sinus Poltegeist cup. Pretty cool. Next up, we went to the Pokemon Center Tokyo Station, or Pokemon Store Tokyo Station, where we got to see Conductor Pikachu. This actually used to be in the basement, and they moved up onto the first floor now, away from all the anime stuff. So if you're looking for it, it's actually on closer to the north side of the building, like close to the north exit of the building of Tokyo Station. Just if you start from the top, just walk down where you'll see it on your right hand side. But if you're going the opposite direction, it's going to be on your left hand side. And then here we're trying to get a specific gachapon. For me, I wanted specific gachapons when I was spinning it. Majority of the time I actually got it in one shot, which was kind of amazing. This one I actually did try it out at a different location prior, and got a Quagsire instead. For this specific one, I was looking for Munchlax, runner-up maybe Psyduck. And then here I actually did get the Munchlax, which was pretty cool. Well, I'll show you all in a moment as well. All the gachapon and what we bought while we were there. There's that Munchlax. Kind of cool, exciting. And then we moved on to Pokemon Center in Shibuya. Y'all can see that Mewtwo hanging out right there. Wish I could fast forward this, or speed the video up. But here is that Mewtwo. And then I just walked up to it and then just did the same pose. And then afterwards, we just went around it. They were doing a display of the My Besties collaboration that they're doing right now. So this is the only Pokemon Center I actually saw this at. They also should have the this is the Pokemon Center that does the Creation Lab, I think it's called. Here's like a Graffiti Mew, and then on the opposite side is Graffiti Mewtwo. Pretty cool stuff. But this is where they had that Creation Lab. Unfortunately, we got there late, so they actually closed it up. It's where you can make your own t-shirt, like design your own t-shirt. Because we missed it, we couldn't really show y'all what it was like. We went there again on the last day we were there, during the daytime, but it was super crowded. We didn't want to bother anyone. So we didn't really take a video of it. We just saw it, left. We just honestly went there just to see if they had any Terrestrial Festival again, restocked, just because they were supposed to get a restock soon. So I wanted to see if they had it restocked before I left, but unfortunately they did not. But moving along, we ended up going to Akihabara. We found a batting cage somehow, so we went batting. Me and my brother-in-law batted for fun. Kind of cool experience. Haven't touched baseball since I was a child. Next up, next day we went go karting or street karting. Everyone dressed up like Pokemon as well, so kind of cool. Our tour guide Tomo, she was very very hyped, very hype. Surprising, but we had a blast. Going around Asakusa and into the Skytree area. It was pretty fun. Amazing time. Amazing 1 hour's experience. Next up, we went to the Tokyo's Pokemon Center in Tokyo Skytree, where we saw Rayquaza, which is the mascot there. Excuse me. And they do have the Pokemon their exclusive, which is Pikachu hugging the Skytree. So we did end up getting that keychain there that I'm about to show. There's that keychain. We got that. And then walked around. This is the first time I saw this actually. Can't remember what this box is called, but that Meowth, Butt Cheeks Meowth was there. It's supposed to be in that box as well. I was debating about whether or not to get it. I ended up not getting it. Hoping for an English print though, so that was like the main reason why I chose not to get it. But we just walked around a bit and then found Mega Rayquaza, shiny Mega Rayquaza, hanging on the other side of the building. And then we also had to get the souvenir coin featuring Rayquaza. So each Pokemon Center has 3 souvenir coins. 2 of them might get repeated, but typically the third one is their is the Pokemon Center's mascot one. So I only opted to get the mascots. I didn't get any of the other coins. So here we were playing Pokemon Ga Ole. I was playing next to a kid. We randomly got paired together to fight Zarude. Zarude is like a 5-star Mesostar token tag. Unfortunately, when we tried catching it, we didn't get a good enough ball to catch it, unfortunately. So, when you're playing like a paired version, you both pay, and then whoever gets a better ball, you end up using that specific ball, and then if it gets caught, both of you actually get the tag together. It's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Wish we kind of got it, but unfortunately we missed. So yeah, you got a Pokeball, I got a Great Ball, so we got a Great Ball to use. Unfortunately, did not work. But it was more of the experience. Moving along, we passed by a Taito station where we saw the giant Psyduck and Mew. I was like looking at it to see how easy it is to get within two grabs. Unfortunately, it's not easy at all in Akihabara. My wife was just recording for the clappy figure right there. That's what she was mainly looking at, not what I was looking at. But moving along. Next stop was Pokemon Center Mega Tokyo. Mega Tokyo used to have Mega Charizard Y as their mascot, but since the introduction of Scarlet and Violet, it seems that they have changed it to Miraidon now. Kind of disappointed by that, I'm not gonna lie. I was actually really hoping for it to still be Charizard Y. That would have been a cooler mascot to see. But Pokemon Center Mega Tokyo, the name itself did not disappoint, because this location was massive. It was literally the size, like half the size. The size took up like half the second floor, essentially. So, like that was just the inside of the store. There's also an outside of the store where they had figures everywhere. Like from starters to pretty much everything. We just walked around and saw everything. Eevee, Oshawott, Piplup on the other side. Turn around, there's a Pikachu, Whimsicott, Substitute, more starters. Like, it was just a massive area. The only other thing that we missed though was there was a concert going on in this mall, in Sunshine City Mall. They did not allow recording. It was very strict because you saw people staring down from the third floor, like just making sure no one's recording. So, we didn't get to record what we saw. I can't remember who it was exactly anymore, just because no pictures allowed or anything. And then there was like the Pokemon Sweets Cafe right there as well at the end of this video. Let me just skip back to it. We didn't go inside just because we weren't hungry at the time or didn't want any sweets, but probably should have, just to show y'all what they had. Next up was just walls. Sorry, this is upside down. I don't even know how it became upside down, but yeah, just walls on top of walls. Like, this entire Pokemon Mega Center was insanely huge. Like, it wrapped around the staircase. But Ho-Oh Wings, you keep walking, you turn around. More art. This is like Red's team. That's the exit where the registers are. And then on the opposite side of this is where the arcade is, Gachapon, etc. are. This location was just massive. Here is where the coins are. So we just got the Miraidon. Unfortunately, they did not have the Mega Charizard Y anymore. Otherwise, I probably would have got that. They had Goldango as well, and I can't remember what that coin was. I think it was like a Roaring Moon, I believe. But the Pokemon Gaole was to the left of this, and then you also had the Gachapons, there was a lot of Gachapons. This is the only Pokemon Center I've seen with so many Gachapon machines. But that was the last day we went to our Pokemon Center. For the rest of the trip, the next day was our last day actually, and we ended up going to where was this? We ended up going to. I should memorize this all. This is everything I planned, but we went to Fujiyama, where we got to see Mount Fuji. It was the clearest day. It was either going to be the Monday where it was raining or Wednesday, so I ended up picking Wednesday to go just because it was like dependent on weather. Like, we could interchange the 2 days situation. So we went. All this smoke that you see right now is actually coming off of Mount Fuji. It's not even clouds passing it. And then we took a picture of this behind the Kitaguchi Hangu Fuji Sengen Shrine. So this is that shrine that I just talked about. And then this is a video of just us with Mount Fuji and the shrine. My sister did not realize that we were wearing the sweater that they bought us until like afterwards. So we went back down to take this video. And then, alright, that night after we went back, we actually ended up going to Pokemon Center Tokyo DX one more time, play a bit more Pokemon Gaole. My brother-in-law got really into it. All these purple tokens were actually from my sister. who randomly just got them while she was playing it. She got lucky with the quick ball game, and caught a bunch of them through that. I know she battled the fire Ogrepon, but the majority of them was through just catching it via quick ball. Unfortunately, I only got two, which was the Rayquaza, and I also got an Iron Valiant. Not bad. We were doing a little trade here just to see if he wanted more or what he would trade to me, essentially. So there's that. We got too many commons and uncommons, unfortunately, which are these pink and blue stickered ones. Not the funnest. They're like 2 and 4 star tokens. The blues were 2 and 3 star tokens. The blues are the 4 star tokens. Purple are 5 stars. So we did a little trade. I'll show y'all some of it in a little later. And then after that, we departed because we had to pack up for the night. I was leaving the next night to come home. They were actually going to a small island. What's it called? They were actually going to Okinawa for a few more days. So that was why they were leaving in the afternoon, whereas we were leaving at night. So we just had like a quick little breakfast lunch situation after checking out. Departed. They went their way. We went ours. We went shopping a bit in Harajuku. So we got to see like this Meepig cafe in Harajuku. There was actually also a sea otter and also a Samoyed dog cafe. Wanted to go into both, but we just didn't have enough time. It was kind of pricey for it as well, even though it's like all inclusive drinks. Still a bit pricey in our opinion. But so we kind of passed. Kind of wish we did do it though, but maybe for next time when we have more time. After that, we got to the airport. For our final stop, we got some Pokemon merch off the vending machine where we can get Captain Pikachu or Flight Attendant Pikachu. Got one of each. Also got the luggage tag for it. So pretty fun experience overall. But anyways, we're going to move on into what we got so far. So let me grab my bag of stuff. Alright, we got a baggie of stuff. So this video might take a bit longer than usual, but I think it's worth it. We got 2 boxes of these, which is the Pokemon, I should have remembered these names by now. Shiny Treasure EX. I should have remembered these names by now. We got 2 boxes of these. Unfortunately, because you were buying it from Pokemon Center, they do take off the shrink wrap. So that's why this is like a little popping open. But I haven't touched any of them. They're still sealed right here. What else did we get? Here is that Pokemon Center Skytree Pikachu exclusive. We're going to save these 2 for a moment. Pokemon Skytree. We got the Tokyo Station Conductor Pikachu. Where is your ticket for board for the railroad? Our Got Ole Mesostar tags. part 1 and part 2. Kind of insane boxes. Also got these towels. Pikachu towels. I thought they were pretty unique, so got them. Pretty cheap as well. Here is that dice box I mentioned. This is going to be for my own personal collection. It's completely empty though, so you can put dices in here, whatever you need for a Pokemon trading card game. It's going to be for my personal collection, so eventually I'm going to put that back in a moment, but here is Chef Pikachu. I kind of wish they had the white coat Pikachu just because of the mascot when they're dancing, when Pikachu comes out to dance. But this is from Pokemon Cafe. I got a Squirtle. This was actually my very first starter from Pokemon Blue. My first game I played when I was a kid. What was it, 1998 or 99? I can't remember exactly what date it was. With the yellow Game Boy Color. What else we got? Alright, we got the luggage tag. Snorlax luggage tag. That I got. Gonna start traveling with this in the future. Name and address. Later. Save that for later. I got this as well. This is like they call it a bath bomb, but essentially you just put it in water and it melts into something, into a Pokemon. Like, it will have a Pokemon at the end of it. Pokemon Center Cafe. I'm missing a couple of things. I'm going to be right back. Alright, and we are back. I am missing one more item. I don't know where it is right now. But we've got from Hanada Airport, we got the flight attendant and Captain Pikachu. Right there. We got the Hanada Airport Pokemon tag, luggage tag. I thought that this was pretty unique as well. So we got this one. I didn't know B-side made luggage tags. When I first saw it, I thought it was like something different. And then upon looking at it again at a different location for a different character, ended up being a luggage tag. So we got the, for my wife, she likes Spy X Family, so we got Bond from Spy X Family, her own luggage tag. So there we are. kind of disappointed I did not know about it, but it is what it is. Kind of wish they did give us like the paper to fill out so we could put it in there. But when I first saw it, I thought it was something completely different. But I am kind of glad that we did find this because we barely saw any Spy X Family items while we were in Japan. Kind of insane. Not gonna lie. We also got this. I'm the one that wrapped this up in here, so bear with me while I take off all the plastic from it. I didn't want it to get damaged, but from the Pokemon Center, I did get the Gengar Confuse Ray drink smoothie. So with that, I actually purchased the souvenir cup. And just to protect it from the trip back, I put it in a plastic. So here we are. Gengar souvenir cup. Pokemon Center Pokemon Cafe stamp on the bottom of it. Thought that was pretty cool. Alright, what else we got? We got more goodies here. So I ended up buying this, the Gengar token, as well as a Squirtle B-side acrylic charm. And we also got damage counters, the Japanese version. So it's like 10s, 20s, 100, and I believe there should be 50s in here. There should be 50s in here. Yep, there are 50s as well. And then we also got the Pokemon Center dice, the Japanese version. So we do have the American one, which was given out this past year in 2024. They don't have these stickers like the Japanese one does, where it's like tails, it's gray, heads, it's yellow. Like instead, it's the whole die is yellow. In the American version, it's got a coin wallet. Am I just losing everything? Other than the coin wallet, we got this Piplup pouch, which I was using as a coin wallet at first. BRB. And here is our Piplup that y'all saw on the bag, on my bag as we've been traveling. Alright, and then here are some of the coins we got while we were there. So these two are from Universal Studios, where we got the Mario Kart from Super Nintendo World, and then we got the Demon Slayer from there as well, featuring Tanjiro, and I can't remember his name right now. But we also got the Miraidon from Mega Tokyo. Next up is Conductor Pikachu from Tokyo Station. Double Pikachu from Pokemon Osaka. We got the Rayquaza from Pokemon Center Skytree. Koraidon from Pokemon Center DX. Or no, this is from Pokemon Center Osaka. The double Pikachu is from the DX one. Snorlax from Tokyo DX. And then we got the Kimono Pikachu from Pokemon Center Kyoto. And then from Pokemon Center Cafe, because if you order drinks, you actually get coasters for free. So you get to pick from 8 different cards. They bring you a tablet. You pick from the card. And then for each card, it gives you a specific coaster. Like, it gives you a number, and then you get a specific coaster. This is the one that my wife ended up picking. Snorlax with Flareon coaster. And then this is the one I got. Pikachu with Fuecoco. Pretty cool. Alright, so with this one, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to throw this in the water real quick. Alright, we are back. In this, there is a possibility that we can get either a Lapras, Citadel, Ice Cube, Vulpix, or Regice. I bought this in hopes that we can get that Alolan Vulpix. So, without further ado, here it is. We got the Alolan Vulpix. Got really lucky there. Although my hand got a little colored with it. Very nice. And move some stuff off the table real quick. Pointers. These. This Piplup has been our best travel companion since Japan, so we're going to keep her around. What else have we gotten? We got a couple of gachapons, but before that, let's show y'all the chips. So here is a trainer pick. It costs 200 yen to get it. Every time you play it, it asks if you have one of these. If you don't, it asks if you want to buy one. And if you don't, you're just playing at random. But with the trainer pick, you actually get to save your progress, save what Pokemon you've caught or encountered as well. So pretty cool. Again, this was my first one. My first Mesostar token holds sentimental value now. So we got that Rayquaza. We got Iron Valiant was my second 5-star one that we got. And then we have a bunch of these. We got the Moltres, which features also Roy and Liko. So they're on a, if you've watched the series right now, they're on a quest to get all of Lucian's Pokemon back and then go to the island that Lucian talked about to try and meet with them. There it is. I'm missing one. Yep, there it is. Arboliva. So what I did was I traded with my brother-in-law 3 blues for 1 purple. They took it for 2 of them. So we ended up getting a Keldeo and a King Gambit. We'll take those where we can. So, Grafaiai, we got 2 of those. We got Low Kicks, 2 of them. Empoleon, we had 2. We traded 1 to my brother-in-law. We actually had all 3 of the Sinnoh starters, so we had Infernape and Torterra as well. He didn't have any of them. He took all of them from me. And we got Espatra as the last one. Next up, we got a bunch of commons and uncommons. Don't really want to bore y'all with them, but here is a stack of them. Y'all probably saw some of them from the picture already, so I'm not gonna bore y'all with them. Really. So we shall just put them away real quick. Back in the bag. Back in a bag. I'll organize them later on. And see if anyone wants any of them. While we were there also, we did get, because it was holidays, we got the tree tags. I can't find my Rayquaza one right now, but they did have a shiny Rayquaza one. It's somewhere in one of my bags still. I just need to find it. But because I got that one at Taiwan while we were still there, purchased something, got it there. I actually don't have my Taiwan exclusive also right now, which is a pin, I believe, or no, a keychain somewhere. It's definitely somewhere. I will show it to y'all next time. But we got the Paldea starters, Pikachu, and then we also have the shiny Rayquaza on the backside, Pokemon Center. It's just a celebration of it. Happy holidays card. And now moving on to our gachapons. So I already took these out of the gachapon, but the first one I actually got from the EV coins was actually this Leafeon one. The second one was Umbreon. Only got 5 of them, so this was at Pokemon Center Osaka, and then at Pokemon Center, this was at, I want to say this was at Pokemon Center Tokyo DX. I got a couple more. We got the Flareon, then the Vaporeon was next, and Espeon was last. So honestly, not bad. No duplicates of any of them. Missing 4 though. We're still missing Glaceon, Jolteon, Sylveon, and Eevee. So those are the 4 we're missing. But moving on to a couple of the gachapons for Pokemon that we got. So first one. This was a mystery. I can't remember. I think I'm trying to get a Piplup from this one. Okay, so there we are. These are floating ones. So I was hoping to get the Piplup one. So if you put them in water, they're supposed to float. But it looks like I already saw what we got. We got Meryl, unfortunately. It's okay though. I'm not supposed to put it on this ring. Yep, I'm supposed to put it on the ring. I can put it in a cup. And then put water in it, and it's supposed to float on top, like so. So let me just take it out of the wrapper. And it's just supposed to float up. Kind of cute. Alright, next up is the one that from Pokemon Center, not Pokemon Center, Poke Store Tokyo Station. So this is actually what we ended up getting. Like I was saying that I was hoping for the Munchlax, and we ended up getting the Munchlax. So we got it and ran. You run with your lives after you get it. So in this one, you have the possibility of getting Goomy, Quagsire, Slowpoke, Psyduck, or Munchlax. And we ended up getting the Munchlax. So here we are, that Munchlax. Just chilling. Next up, is the berry one. So in this one, you have the possibility of getting Sprigatito, Toxel, Pikachu, Tarantula, or Vulpix. I think I bought this twice accidentally. Yep, I did. Thinking that the Vulpix was a different thing, but we ended up getting 2 Vulpixes. Hey, I'm happy with that. 2 Vulpix. Alright. I also, because I thought I did not get this one yet, I tried it once while with my sister and ended up getting this Tarantula as well. Next up, this my sister got from me. It is a Umbreon. I threw out the paperwork, I shouldn't have, but it is an Umbreon with a stand. They were hoping to get Charizard, which was why they gave it to me. But essentially what we would do is put the sign on, Umbreon sits on it, and voila. I'm holding its tail so that it doesn't fall off. Alright, and then our last one that we got, for this one, I think I was aiming for Piplup. I think this one had a Piplup. And then I told my wife, as a consolation prize, if we get a Psyduck, we're just gonna stop. I hate the amount of tape they put on these. There we go. Yep, so Piplup was the one that I was trying to get. You get Calyrex, Psyduck, Natsu, Piplup, Croagunk, or Kirlia. I've gone for this twice. The first time we got a Croagunk, I just gave it to my sister. The second time we got a Psyduck, so here is that sitting Psyduck. Sitting Psyduck. Not too bad. So still got the coins. Alright, moving on. We're going to start opening our packs now. So we got 20 packs in all. Let's see what we can get. If we can pull some good, it'd be amazing. I don't remember if there's a card trick to this or not. So we're just gonna go for it. We got Flittle, Capsicid, Pawniard, Mimikyu, Oricorio, Reverse Flamigo, Wigglytuff EX, Greedent, and Iono, and Luminous Energy. Jeez. Alright, so 2 to the front. The card trick is 2 to the front. Can we get a God Pack though? If we get a God Pack, that means every card is a shiny. Alright, we got Reversal Energy, Therapeutic Energy, Gimmighoul, Pineco, Pidgeotto, Graveyard, Scizor, Alakazam into a Natu, and Mime Jr. Have to get the sleeves. So should be 3 cards to the front. Murkrow, Friends in Paldea, Beach Court, we got Charmeleon, Snover, Tandemaus, Weavile, Ditto, Toadscool, and Wuchien. I wish there was a better way of opening this. Probably with a scissor might be better. We got Tauros, Clavel, or Giovanni, Charisma, Fido, Scyther, Pikachu, Excalibur, Wugtrio. We got Glimmora, and a Nemona. Kind of wish I opened these up right there. I could have probably sold it right away. We have Lucario, Nestball, Wugtrio, Fuecoco, Artifax, Maschiff, Annihilate, Wigglytuff, Town Store, Toadscruel again. Oh no, this is the first time we're getting Toadscruel. How many more packs we got? We got 5 more in here. Come on, give us some magic. Let me just start using a scissor instead, make it easier. Two, three. We got Pelipper, Super Energy Retrieval, Town Store, Drifloon, Rellor, Shinx, Dondozo, Rapska, Toxel, and a Squawkabilly. So just remember, an EX is guaranteed in each pack. Leftovers, Pachirisu, Electric Generator, Glimmet, Skiploom, Jigglypuff, Palmot, Spiritomb, Annihilate, and a Gardevoir EX. We got Mezagoza, Tauros, Rigid Band, Tinkatuff, Slowpoke, Wingull, Vileplume, Reverum, Luxio, Clotsire. Friends in Paldea, we got Gloom, Mavestiff, Trigadet, Abra, Noibat, King's Gambit, Armarouge, Shriddle, Fortress EX. Nemona's Backpack, we got Clefaiine, Satu, Knackle-Stack, Staryu, Voltorb, Starmie, Skullvillain, Veluza, and Masquerada. So we get one guaranteed SR or better in each box, and that was the Nemona, unfortunately. Alright, moving on to our final box. Alright, 10 more packs. Let's go. Come on, give us a Charizard or a Iono. Let's go. Friends in Paldea, we got Beach Court, Tauros, Finizen, Doduo, Skullvillain, Tinkaton, Ditto, Cyclizar, Toadscool EX again. Clavel, Giovanni's Charisma, Lucario, Varoom, Palmy, Mankey, Scizor, Hawlucha. We got Oricorio into a Gardevoir. I think we're guaranteed at least 3 shinies also in each box. Nest Ball, we got Wugtrio, Town Store, Toadscool, Woopa, Knackley, Salty, Surledge, Weavile, Woopa, Noivern. That's new. Superior Energy Retrieval, Pelipper, Leftover, Sprigatito, Shroodle, Charmander, Houndstone, Toxtricity, Gardevoir EX, we'll take that, into a Maschiff. Alright, we got Pachirisu, Electric Generator, Mezagoza, or no, that's Artisan. I've been saying Mezagoza. We got Quaxwell, Pidgey, Kadabra, Rapska, Professor's Research, Tatsugiri, Espatra. Alright, we got 5 more packs left. And Tauros, Rigid Band, Friends and Paldea, Wiglet, Toxel, Tinkatink, Jumpluff, Luxray, Palmot, into a Tinglu. You know, this is the one and only one I'm missing from my own Paldean Fates collection. And I pull it in the Japanese. That's the only shiny I need left. Alright, we got Gloom, Mabelstiff, Nemona's Backpack, Hoppip, Lechonk, Graveyard, Sableye, Dondozo, Friends in Galar, Chimpao. Did not expect a regular Chimpao to be in here. Moving along, we have 3 packs left. Come on, give us something good. Grafai, Zatu, TM Vengeful Punch, I think it's what it's called. Forgato, Poniard, Flittle, Klefki, Dodrio, Mankey, Great Tusk. Two more packs. We got Snorlax, Rocky Chestplate, Mousehold, Fuecoco, Squovit, Ralts, Starmie, Gita, Drifloon, Mew EX. We'll take that. It's not the Bubble Mew, but we'll still take it. Alright, we're missing that last RR card. So come on, give us something good here. RR or SAR? Come on, give us an SAR. Give us an SAR. That's all we want. Come on. We got Tatsugiri, Defiance Band, Lechonk, Live, Luxio, Charmeleon, Excalibur, Raichu, Iono, Miraidon. That's sad. No SAR, or not even SR card. Oh, they're calling this an SSR? No, there should be one more. It is what it is. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. For more content in the future, hit that subscribe button. For one of my latest videos, hit one of those links below. Let me know what y'all think of my trip. I didn't include everything, so excuse me, there is a lot more that I could have included, but it would have made time a lot longer. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video again, and until next time, peace.